G'day everyone, this is RisingFunGaming here and welcome to my overview of the Deviant Gammoth armor. We're going to be looking at the stats and skills of the Blademaster and Gunner, and of course we're going to be looking at the aesthetic side of things. As always, I'll remind you guys that the appearance of the armor does not change between Gunner and Blademaster for all Deviant armors. Okay, so let's have a look at this female armor. We'll just do a little bit of a spin here. We'll have the male one in the top right corner as well. Okay, so let's have a zoom and you can see these cool sorts of elephant ears on the helmet, which is really nice. Looks very, very warm and toasty, doesn't it? When you take the exposed thighs out of the equation, I guess it must have some sort of mystical, magical ice elemental resistance on it to warm up those thighs, or it's either that or RFGAMES here is suffering for her fashion. Speaking of fashion, let's see how this thing colours. Oops. Alright. So I can see quite a lot of it colours. We might have a little bit of fun with the Deviant shaders that I've unlocked as well. That one's for the Malfestio. This one here is from the Deviant Gammoth itself. So that's the shader. Kind of coordinates well with it. Alright, we had our fun. Statistics and skills time. When you first make this armor set, it's going to give you a boost of 610 defense, which is quite a lot. That's quite high compared to most armors in the game. When you've maxed out the armor pieces, that defense boost will go up to 900. When you first make the gunner, you're going to get 365 defense boost. Max it out, that's going to be 540 boost. Elemental resistances for Blademaster include -15 to fire, 10 to water, -10 to thunder, 15 to ice, and 10 to dragon. The elemental resistances are exactly the same for Gunner, except for ice, where that 15-point value is actually going up to 20. There are no armor slots on this armor, as has always been the case for all Deviant armors, regardless of whether they're in G rank or not. Alright, now onto the skills, the nitty gritty. You can see that we've got 4 skills here, this one being grayed out, inactive. We'll explain that in a sec. First up, we have 10 points to fast charge, activating into focus. Now with this skill, weapon charge times will be 20% faster for greatsword, hammer, bow, and for the charge shot hunter art of light bowgun. Furthermore, gauge accumulation for longsword, dual blades, Switchaxe, and Chargeblade is 20% higher with this skill. A really valuable one across many weapon types, as you can see. Up next, we do have 10 points to stamina recovery, activating into stamina recovery up. Simply put, stamina recovery will be sped up by a factor of 2, so it'll speed up, it'll be double the speed of recovery. That's what this skill gives you. Okay, so this here is the Deviant Gammoth Soul, which is inactive here because 10 points have been gained to the higher tier skill down here. That will override it. This lower tier skill is a low tier soul skill that will be immediately active on level 1 pieces of this armor, which is a unique thing to armor pieces belonging to the 6 new Deviants. Now, Deviant Gammoth Soul is going to give the Hunter Marathon Runner, Bludgeoner, and Normal Rapid up. This is the higher tier skill, 10 points to tentatively named True Deviant Gammoth, activating into True Deviant Gammoth Soul. This higher tier soul skill will become active on level 4 pieces of this armor, which likewise to the previous skill is a unique thing to armor pieces belonging to the 6 new Deviants. The True Deviant Gammoth Soul gives the Hunter Marathon Runner, Bludgeoner, Normal Rapid up, which the lower tier skill gave, but in addition it's also going to bestow Attack up medium. Now let's explain all of these skills that are in this multi-skill. Firstly, Marathon Runner is a skill that halves stamina consumption rate for actions that continuously drain stamina. Some examples of this include dashing, weapon charging, being in demon mode for dual blades, and performing the running joust for the lance. Stamina drain for Switchaxe users during the hack and slash move is not affected by this skill, however. Up next we have Bludgeoner. This is a skill that grants attack power multipliers to weapons according to their current sharpness level. When a weapon's sharpness is green, the multiplier is 1.1. For yellow, it is 1.15, and finally red sharpness is granted a 1.2 multiplier. So as I said, it provides these multipliers to the different sharpnesses. It only applies to green, yellow and red because they are considered blunt, because that makes sense. Bludgeoner has a tree skill name rather, of blunt power, I believe is the English. Okay, one thing to note here is that you've got to be very careful when it comes to considering when to use this skill, when to go for this skill, especially when you're thinking about things like how to best output raw damage and to deliver element into the monster. Sharpness is very, very important in this regard. So will this skill actually do you a net benefit or a net disservice? Think carefully. Alright, after this we've got Normal Rapid Up, and this increases the attack power of normal shot and rapid arrows by 10%. And final part of this multi-skill is Attack Up Medium. Simply put, this is a skill that will increase your attack power by 15 points. Alright, and there we have it. I've paired it together with the hammer because this set really works a treat with hammer. I am completely and honestly not wanting for dash juice when using this particular armor set, replete with its nice stamina conservation, I guess, skills you could call it. Really, really good. And of course you've got other things like Bludgeoner acting in there. It's good times indeed, and it matches rather nicely. Hope you guys enjoy this armor and the armor overview itself. My name's RisingFunGaming. Thank you as always for watching my videos, and we'll see you in the next armor overview. Goodbye for now.